Hey guys, this is Xboxduelist here. Today I'm bringing you a guide to Lava Lash Shaman. Pretty much, I feel like this is the number one build for enhancement shamans going right now. And it's just weird that I haven't seen more people on the ladder playing it, more people in highlight videos playing it. It's honestly, it feels fantastic, and I think after this video, a lot more people are going to be running it. I've got a couple clip. There's a clip I want to show you guys, and I'm just going to show you some general gameplay along with some talents, conduits, and gear. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna jump straight into this video. We're gonna start with talents. Lashing Flames, where you're gonna be doing a lot of lava lashes. I mean, you're really gonna be doing quite a disturbing amount of lava lashes with this build. Being able to lava lash multiple targets in a short amount of time. Those targets also are going to be having your flame shock on them. This bonus dot damage is going to boost your damage up over the course of arena by a boatload, to the point it's more than likely going to be your top damage. It's going to be similar to how Frost DKs are in terms of having Frost Fever as a top damage. I know lately Frost DKs have been their obliterate's been creeping up quite a bit, and especially where they're getting the buff on it on Tuesday from when this video shot. Uh, they're getting I think it's like a 3% damage buff or something, I think. Um, but with that being said, you really want to take Lashing Flames. On to the next one. Hot Hand is a really fantastic talent. I swear Blizzard has stealth buffed this ability. Lately, it's been procking. It's been procking pretty much. It's procced as often as it isn't procced. So about 50% of the time, it feels like it's up. Obviously, you got to be in melee range and hitting things to get it to proc. But I'm sure some of you are aware with how Blizzard procking works, where if you don't hit something, if you don't get that proc for a while, typically the first chance you get to engage a target, it'll activate based off your time in combat. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. I just know that's how at least the proc trinkets work and some of the weapon enchants work. But Hot Hand boosts up your damage quite a bit with Lava Lash. It gives it a super short cooldown for burst windows. It's fantastic. Earth Shield's required. Elemental Assault is what you're going to take most of the times with this build. If you're fighting pet classes, Demo Warlocks, Unholy DKs, Beastmaster Hunters, um, those guys really, you're really going to want to run Fire Nova. Well, you can. The issue with running Fire Nova is you're Maelstrom starved, and that can kind of bite you in the tail if you need to heal. With this build, you will not be lightning bolting. You will literally have to hold your Maelstrom to heal. Um, but if you're not running Elemental Assault, so if you're running Fire Nova, you can't. You have to hold your Maelstrom to heal at all costs. And Elemental Assault, sometimes you can use it to do damage if you need to. But Fire Nova can really reward quite a bit of burst damage. If like you've got a Warlock with all his imps up around him, hit Fire Nova and pop off. Fighting an Unholy DK with Army popped or Apocalypse popped, hit Fire Nova and you get a bunch of free damage. Um, Nature's Guardian's really nice. Feral Lunge is really nice. You typically run Sundering with this build, and then Elemental Spirits. You could fiddle around with this tier. Sundering's just really nice. Shortish cooldown. It's a pseudo kick. It's an incap. You can do a lot with it. Elemental Spirits. The Fire Wolf on Elemental Spirits further boosts up your Lava Lash damage. So again, where we're putting a lot of emphasis on Lava Lash damage, and it's percentage based, where your Lava Lash is already getting boosted up even harder, that percentage damage boost from the Fire Wolf is really nice. So we've talked about talents. We'll talk about conduits now. For the conduits, you must run Lavish Harvest to boost your critical strike on Chain Harvest. You must run Magma Fist to boost your Lava Lash critical strike chance. Um, I do highly suggest buying the Magma Fist from the PvP vendor for a 30% crit strike boost. Lava Lash obviously having a 14% crit strike boost is really nice. Um, you can take Focus Lightning for more damage on your Chain Harvests, or you can take Swirling Currents for more self-sustain for healing and such. So just a thought there, but this Focus Lightning is the one row that you can really fiddle around with. On to our gear. So stat priority is going to be Crit, Mastery, Haste. Obviously with PvP gear, all the gear is going to have Verse on it, so but you really want to do Crit, Mastery, Haste for the gearing. I'm even thinking about swapping my cape out for I don't have an example, but the crit mastery cape. Um, so that's really important. You really want all the crit you can get. I'm gonna try and replace some of my haste gear later with more crit or even mastery gear. Mastery gear boosts up your fire damage, which in turn boosts your lava lash damage up. Um, So yeah, nothing super crazy here, but you really just don't want to have any haste on your character. You can have any arrangement of critical strike and mastery and you'll be fine with this build, but you want to get as little haste as possible with this build. The real money with this build is Primal Lava Actuators. So your Flame Shock reduces the cooldown and boosts the damage of your Lava Lash with 9.2, where they buffed Lava Lash so it can spread Flame Shocks really easily. And Flame Shock doesn't share a cooldown with Frost Shock anymore. It's really easy to get a lot of Flame Shocks up in this game. It's really easy to get a lot of Flame Shocks up. When you get all those Flame Shocks up, your Lava Lashes come back so quickly, do not need the haste that you would otherwise need for Storm Strike builds. And then you're running your second legendary, and with this case where we're Venthyr, every time your every time your Flame Shock crits, it reduces the cooldown of Chain Harvest. The point that you can get 2 or 3 Chain Harvests in a minute, depending on how many Flame Shocks you keep out and how much they crit. But that's why it's really important to keep your critical strike up, because it makes your Chain Harvest come back faster. With that being said, I'm showing a little video here for I've got a little clip I want to show you guys for this, just to kind of give you a quick idea of what this build can do when used properly. Let me change over to my clip, go to the desktop. All right, we're gonna maximize this, and I'll just play this through at full speed and let you guys see what happens. So this is just in some random arena. So big Chain Harvest, big Lava Lash, targets down. And I want you, so I'm gonna look more at this video at the end. Something I want you guys to see with this build, and we're gonna rewind quite a bit. So before I pop off, let me get the little screen thing off. There we go. So if you guys look down here, you can see I'm bottom damage in the arena right now. But then this is my first setup of the match. I'm pretty sure this match has been going for a minute and a half, I think. So this is the first real big setup we get. So right now I just got out of the trinket. I'm bottom damage in the arena. I just got out of the polymorph. Bottom damage in the arena. I'm put Chain Harvest down, and I've put Sky Fury Totem down. I have Chain Harvest ready to go, and I have a Hot Hand proc. So I hit the mage, boatload of Chain Harvest damage going out. We could either kill the mage or we kill the rogue just off of this burst. Just off of this, we could kill either of them. I've got Hot Hands still up. I run over, one tap the mage. So that's the magic of the build right there. Crazy potent burst. And now you'll see I'm top damage in the arena by quite a bit. So it's really just a force to be reckoned with. Fantastic build. So we're going to go back to the live scene here. Go back to WoW. And I'm just going to give you guys a quick little, just a slow pace of how this should work. So let's zoom out here. Sorry to backpedal, guys. I know some of you won't like that. So we'll get our enchants back up. So first I'll show this with, I'll show Fire Nova. So with Lava Lash, you can spread it. You spread your Flame Shock with Lava Lash now. So I hit this target in the middle with Flame Shock, and then I Lava Lash it. The 2 guys on the sides now have Lava Lash on them. Notice they are all taking up my Primal Lava Actuator damage boost on my Lava Lash pretty easily. Then I hit the target again. Boom. It refreshes all of the things around them. Now here's our kill target right here. And let's say that somebody's got a pet out. You really want to just keep your out. Keep your Flame Shocks out. So I see I got a Flame Shock ready to go. I do this. I run back over to this guy, refresh it all on them. I'm hitting this dude. Once I get a Hot Hand proc, I'm going to show the burst. So we're still hitting this guy. We'll run over here, refresh on all these dudes. So we got a Hot Hand, so we'll drop a Sky Fury Totem. We're going to Chain Harvest into a Lava Lash. So right there, big Chain Harvest damage, almost 30k worth of damage from the Hot Hand. So we'll run over here, and instead we'll hit this guy since we have a Hot Hand proc, and then we'll hit this guy, and then we'll hit this guy. Now notice all 4 of my targets have the big Flame Shock ticking on them because of the Lava Lash debuff. So right now I'm just sitting here and the whole enemy team is falling apart. And notice my Sky Fury totem is coming off of cooldown. My Chain Harvest is going to come off of cooldown before my Sky Fury totem does. My Chain Harvest just got off cooldown and my Sky Fury is now available. So the next hot hand, I'm going to pop off really hard. So I let my dots drop over on these guys, so we'll hit a Flame Shock over here. So we got a hot hand. So now we're going to drop Sky Fury totem, hot hand, 25k, Chain Harvest. Oh, I didn't drop my Sky Fury totem. Oops. Take two. So we'll just run over here. We'll refresh this on these guys. We'll slap this guy with one. We'll make sure our Chain Harvest should be coming back up pretty quickly. But yeah, you guys can just see, and where that's the flame, what's that called? The Fire Nova, that does a nice bit of damage too. So, just a completely new archetype for a build, as opposed to Shaman's been in the past, I don't know, since BFA. I don't really think Lava Lash has been the center of Shaman builds in a long time. So we almost have our Lava Lash. We have Chain Harvest back up, so now we're just going to hang out until we get a Hot Hand proc. So we'll just keep hitting these guys. We'll run over here, refresh the dots on all these dudes. So we got Hot Hand, Sky Fury is down, Hot Hand for 32k, Chain Harvest for 17k, and this guy over here got 42k. So Chain Harvest didn't crit there, that's okay, we're going to be getting it back here shortly. And even then, we hit everybody for 4k damage, we got another Hot Hand, we're still just pumping damage on everything. Run over here, we'll get this guy with it. So we almost have our Chain Harvest back yet again. We've got 10 seconds left on Sky Fury Totem. Let's see if we can get it back in time. So if you get a hot hand and there's no pressure, like nobody's in danger of dying, just run around and spread your hot hand damage buff so everything ticks harder and you get some rot going. So we'll just wait for a hot hand and then we'll pop off. We're just waiting for a hot hand. Go ahead and refresh all these dots over here. It's those guys. We got another Fire Nova. We're just waiting for a hot hand. And you don't have to wait for the hot hand, obviously, in the arena. Because if somebody gets half health, you can instantly drop your Sky Fury Totem and Chain Harvest them. You know? Run over here, refresh these. So right now we're in a little bit of a drought for hot hand, which is actually really weird because I've recorded this video 2 times now. There we go. There it is right there. Hot hand. So we hit a 10k, and then we Chain Harvest. We hit everything for 40k. So we got a 10k Lava Lash, and there's a 30k Lava Lash right there. So right there on this one target, we just did 70k worth of damage. We hit a 40k Chain Harvest, and then a 30k Lava Lash. Obviously, this guy doesn't have any versatility, so the numbers are going to be less in PvP, but I just hope you're seeing what I'm saying about this build, just how strong it can be. So we're gonna wait. Our chain harvest is literally about to come off cooldown. Our chain harvest is coming. It's got a 40-second cooldown, pretty much. So you get 2 chain harvests a minute. That's before their 1-minute defensive trinkets come back up. We got another hot hand for another go. There's a 27k, and then a chain harvest. Oh, I didn't have enough maelstrom because I'm a silly goose. Now I got. There we go. So, I mean, this build is very, very scary. And even then, for that burst just now, I didn't have my badge up. So you could even consider running the Alacrity the Insignia of Alacrity to get just have it more, maybe get the proc and have it up with your burst. But I like the badge. It's just consistent. Obviously, at higher levels in Arena, sometimes you've got to run a defensive trinket, which is okay because obviously this build still does crazy damage with or without a trinket. So we're at about 14 minutes on this build, guys. And again, I wanted to show this with Fire Nova just because it's a little bit of an underrepresented talent just in the game, but even 3 targets with it right there, boom. And it's also really nice if you're chasing a rogue, you don't have to be in melee range to hit it. So I just refresh all the dots on these guys. I'll run over here. So let's say the rogue's trying to turn a corner. You hit Fire Nova, and guess what? It hits him and it keeps him in combat. So Fire Nova is pretty nice, pretty consistent. But again, you'll be Maelstrom charged. So I'm going to change my weak aura if I have Fire Nova selected to never show Lightning Bolt so I don't accidentally hit it. Because if you are running Fire Nova, you can't Lightning Bolt, period. You've got to have it for healing. But yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I really hope this build catches on. In fact, I'm probably going to go message Mez, Sam, and Sea-Doo. I love Team Liquid. I've been watching Sea-Doo for a long time now. All those guys for a long time now, and I really hope they had an enhance on their team today. So I'd love to be able to show this to them and maybe have them scoop it up and go dominate in AWC with a build I curated a little bit. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. And if you have any other questions, follow me on my Twitch. I have a Discord on my YouTube channel. I got a Discord link in my YouTube. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Deuces.